So basically, fire can only be happen if there is three elements, or we call it as fire triangle, or three elements of fire. Okay? And fire may occur when there are three elements of fire exist. First one is called fuel, second heat, and third oxygen. Okay, so fuel is the bahan bakar. Okay, and then heat, fire need heat, then it can be happen. If it is too cold, then it cannot be happen. And definitely fire is like human. Fire also need oxygen, right? So occurrence or spreading of fire can be extinguished by separating one out of three elements of fire to prevent combustion of fire. So we may extinguish fire if we extinguish or separate one of these three elements. Okay, for example, removal of fuel, meaning close a fuel line valve. So if it is the fire comes from the gas, for example, we close the valve of that gas, no gas, so no fuel or fire. Okay. Number two, removal of heat, that is by using cooling. So we may extinguish the fire by pouring some water towards that fire. But then again, that depends on type of fire. If it is a normal type of fire, then we can extinguish the heat by cooling. That is by using water. Then removal of oxygen by a method we call it as smothering. Okay? Example of that is by using, if it is a small fire, we can use a wet blanket. We just place that blanket suddenly on that small fire, then that is smothering, meaning we close the oxygen to that fire, then we extinguish that fire. All right, so remember, fire triangle or three elements of fire. All right, next one, class question or classes fire risk. So class A is inflammable source, carbonaceous material, extinguishing method, mainly cooling by water. Class B, inflammable liquids, okay, the blanketing or smothering effect. Class C, inflammable gases. Class D, inflammable metal. Class E, due to electrical fault. And actually, we have one more, Class F. So please take note of this. Class F, fire due to fat. Okay, fire due to fat. So we have 6 classes of fire: A, B, C, D, E, and F. All right, so please take note of that. And if you are reading books from US, they have a little bit different classes of fire. So please take note of that. Okay, we have this class of fire. All right, A, B, C, D, and E, and F. Okay. Extinguishing agent, class A, normally extinguished by water or dry powder. And class B, dry powder, foam, or carbon dioxide. Class C, dry powder, foam, or carbon dioxide. D, dry sand or dry powder. And class E, dry powder or carbon dioxide. Class F, actually by using a chemical compound. All right. So as you can see that dry powder is like a form of general, okay, general extinguishing agent. That is why our portable fire extinguisher normally contain dry powder, or it denote by label ABC with blue color. So that blue color denotes content of that extinguishing agent is dry powder. Okay. All right. So first one, portable fire extinguisher. Right. So types of fire extinguishers, there are 4 types. First one, group 1 is water extinguishers. It could be gas pressure, store pressure, or soda acid. Group 2, dry powder extinguishers. Group 3, foam extinguishers, mechanical or gas pressure or chemical. And group 4, vaporizing liquid extinguishers. So remember, there are 4 group of portable fire extinguisher. All right. And a type of extinguishing agent for portable fire extinguisher. So first one, agent, water, and fire classification that can be extinguished by water is class A and limited class B. So color for portable fire extinguisher is red. meaning that the label on that portable fire extinguisher is painted with red color label. All right, the whole tank is red in color, but the label, that is what we mean by color for the portable fire extinguisher, color of label, which is red. If it is foam is used to extinguish fire class B, and the label must be painted with cream color. Dry chemical or dry powder, so this one can extinguish fire class A, B, C, D, and E, and the label is painted with blue color, right? And then carbon dioxide can extinguish fire class B, C, and E, and the label is black. And then vaporizing liquid can extinguish fire class B, and the label is green. Normally, we have two types of portable. Sorry. We have two types of portable fire extinguisher that we can commonly found. First is dry powder, and second is carbon dioxide. So please take note of the label. The label for dry powder is blue, and the label for the carbon dioxide is black. Okay, it could be wet dry riser or dry riser. Dry riser meaning there is no water inside that. In the case of fire, the fire brigade or a fireman need to connect the fire hydrant, okay, to the riser. Then that is where the supply of water comes from. In our building, we normally using wet riser, meaning that inside the pipe for the riser already having water. Okay, and remember, if there is a riser, then we must have hose reel. So every level of that building must keep equipped with hose reel, which is connected to the riser. Right. So this is an example of a dry riser. So as you can see here, okay, the point here is the riser is stopped until this point. If there is a fire, then fire brigade needs to connect the hose reel to the fire hydrant towards this point for the dry riser. They open the water on the fire hydrant to let the water enter this dry riser. Then they need to connect this landing valve. This is called landing valve to the hose reel and pull that hose reel towards the fire. Open this valve to let the water enter the hose reel. So that is dry riser. Okay, and normally we have wet riser, meaning that the water already in the pipe. So this system got landing valve on every level of that building. Okay, and the water is pressurized by using uh, pump. All right. So all you have to do, just if there is a fire, then we pull the hose reel on every level, which is already connected to the valve. And when we open the valve, so water enter the hose reel, and all you have to do, just point the nozzle of that hose reel to the base of the fire. Okay. So this is a shape of fire hose reel installation, which is connected to the riser. So this is the pipe for the riser connected to the hose reel, and it got valve here. So all you have to do, just pull this hose reel. All right. This is the nozzle of the hose reel. Pull it uh, to very close to the source of fire. Open this valve to let water enter the hose reel. Okay, that's all. So this is the picture of a landing valve. So this part is connected to the hose reel. So when we open the valve, the water will enter the hose reel. Okay. Right. Next one, fire hydrant and fire rated door. So there is two types of fire hydrant. Could be underground or surface fire hydrant. Normally, we can find the surface fire hydrant. It painted whether red or yellow color. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, the yellow one belong to the government. the red one belong to the private owner, okay, or the owner of that building, right? The next one is fire rated door, okay, meaning that every door that intended to be used for the escape route or escape staircase must using fire rated door. So that door intended to be able to sustain fire up to that fire rated, and normally the fire rated is 1 hour. So you can see the label on the door, okay, which is having the SIRIM tested endorsement saying that that door can sustain fire. It cannot be burned for up to say 1 hour. Okay. So this is an example of underground fire hydrant. So water inside this already pressurized. So when there is a fire, the fire brigade will open this cover, okay, then connect their hose to this fire brigade connection point. Then they are using a tool. They normally have this tool to open this sluice pattern hydrant valve to let the water successful or the most important type of fire extinguisher. Okay, good for early for fire at early stage. All right. And a class of sprinkler, it could be extra light hazard, ordinary hazard, or number 3, extra high hazard. And type of sprinkler, there are 5: wet system or dry system. Number 2, alternate wet and dry system. Number 3, pre-action system. Number 4, deluge system. And number 5, tail end system. So the first one, wet systems. And this one is the one that we have, okay, if we are using sprinkler, because we don't have to worry about freezing in our building. Okay, but so this is a type of wet sprinkler installation. So we have the pipe which is connected to the town main, private reservoir, or elevated gravity tank, and then goes to the pump to supply the pump, and of course we got valve here to control the water. So it will connect it to every room. In this example, we have a 2-story building, okay, and the sprinkler head must be located throughout the building. So this sprinkler head automatically detect the fire, meaning if there is a fire, that fire will cause this sprinkler head to burst. So when sprinkler head bursts, then water will rushing out and sprinkle by that sprinkler head, sorry. That is why the name is sprinkler, because it sprinkle water, all right? So it sprinkle water at the point where there is a fire, okay? So this is a sprinkler, wet sprinkler control, all right? If the sprinkler head open, the water will rush into this. That will automatically sound the alarm, because, you know, as you can see, this is actually a turbine that they call it alarm gong, right? Actually, not like the gong that we normally have. It's just referring to alarm only, okay? Detector. We have 2 types of fire detector. It could be smoke detector or heat detector. Let's take a look at the first one, smoke detector. So smoke detector could be physical smoke detector or optical smoke detector. So example of physical smoke detector is ionization smoke detector. An example of optical smoke detector, we have a laser beam smoke detector. Second, light obscuring smoke detector. And number 3, light scattering smoke detector. For the heat detector, we normally have 2 types. First is rate of rise heat detector. And second is fixed heat detector. So fixed heat detector could be fusible alloy heat detector or bimetal coil heat detector. Okay.